Brian Wilson, co-founder of the Beach Boys, dies at 82. Brian Wilson, the legendary singer, songwriter, and co-founder of the Beach Boys, has died at the age of 82. His family announced his passing on June 11, 2025, sharing their heartbreak and requesting privacy during their mourning. The birth of a musical legend. Born June 20, 1942, in Inglewood, California, Brian was the eldest of three musical Wilson brothers. His early knack for melody and harmony led him, at age 19, to form the Beach Boys with his brothers Dennis and Carl, cousin Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine. With hits like Surfin' Safari, Surfin' USA, and Good Vibrations, he helped craft what became known as the iconic California sound. Artistic genius and personal struggles. Brian's bold evolution began with the critically acclaimed 1966 album Pet Sounds and the innovative yet unfinished project Smile. Despite his soaring creativity, he was plagued by mental illness, rooted in traumatic childhood experiences and burdened further by early deafness in one ear. After enduring periods of addiction and collapse, he withdrew from public life in the 1970s. Psychologist Eugene Landy played a controversial role in his troubled recovery, calling Brian a victim of his own genius. In an effort to escape addiction and restore his health, Brian once installed a sandbox around his piano, isolating himself for years. Triumphs of comeback and recognition. Showing immense resilience, Brian resurfaced in the late 1980s and 1990s, releasing solo albums like Brian Wilson Presents Smile and Performing Again. He was honored by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, earned 2 Grammy Awards, and received Kennedy Center honors in 2007. In 2022, he released At My Piano, and the Beach Boys celebrated their 50th anniversary. He also sold his publishing rights for a reported $50 million, a testament to his enduring influence. Final years and conservatorship. Tragedy struck again when his second wife, Melinda Ledbetter, died in January 2024. Shortly afterward, Brian was placed under conservatorship due to a major neurocognitive disorder described as dementia. Despite health challenges, he remained surrounded by family at home, supported by a caring team. Legacy and tributes. Brian Wilson leaves behind 7 children, daughters Carney and Wendy from his first marriage, and 5 children he adopted with Melinda. His daughter Carney shared heartfelt memories of their final years together, recalling music shared, favorite meals, and visits to family spots. Musical legends including Nancy Sinatra, Bob Dylan, Elton John, Keith Richards, and Carole King celebrated his influence and friendship. Dylan reminisced about bumping into Brian in a Malibu hospital and their ensuing musical bond. Elton John praised Brian as one of my biggest influences. Fellow Beach Boys remembered him as the soul of the band. A lasting musical footprint. Brian Wilson's melodious legacy is immortalized in timeless songs like God Only Knows, Good Vibrations, and Wouldn't It Be Nice? He transformed the pop music landscape and defined an era with his lush harmonies, ambitious compositions, and heartfelt vulnerability. He passed just days before his 83rd birthday, leaving behind a legacy of creativity, perseverance, and heartfelt expression, the voice of California itself.